And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another video game review. Today, we are reviewing another GBA game, Star Wars: The Flight of the Falcon. Yeah, like I said, released on the GBA. Thank you to Jeffofthemellows, Noah, for letting me borrow this game, giving me the chance to play it. Ever so gracious and kind. Thank you very much. Now, notice this isn't a Lego Star Wars game. I mean, I've played Battlefront, and I think that's the only actual Star Wars game without the Lego title in front of it that I've played before this. There is actually another Star Wars game, though, on the list for my GBA shit that I still got to work through. I haven't played it at the time of recording this one, but for Flight of the Falcon, but I got a lot of thoughts on it, so let's just jump right into it. From the get-go, wow. Oh man, I could tell that I was not gonna spend a lot of time with this one. It reminded me off the bat of Star Fox 64, and that actually gave me a little bit of hope that this game was gonna be fun, because I really like Star Fox 64. I think it's an amazing game, a lot of fun to play. But wow, was I wrong, I guess. First off, I get it was like 2002, I think, or what, 2001 or whatever, when this game was released, and it's on a Game Boy Advance, so it's not gonna be the most powerful game out there. But holy crap, your Star Wars. This game felt like it should have been a late NES title, not a Game Boy Advance title. Just the sound was terrible. The graphics are cheap. It's very choppy, and it just blew my mind. I was playing this on a DS Lite, of all things, and not the Atari 2600 or an NES or anything like that. It's just wow, and the frame rate is awful. In this game. And it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. But and then that just really makes it so you can't see anything when you get hit. You don't know if you're getting hit, if you're hitting anything. Really makes it hard to aim for stuff. That plays into it too, and it's just my god, what are you thinking with this game? Very cheaply made, in my opinion. I heard somebody say that this game was basically just made to cash in on the Star Wars brand, and I would have to agree with them after playing it. To be honest, though, that's all it is nowadays with Star Wars. It was kind of like a foreshadowing into the future when they just pump out classic cookie cutter bullshit with the big brand name on it and cash in at the box office and call it a week or a month or sometimes even a year. Kind of what it felt like there, for sure. As far as for the levels, they're just very repetitive and they're very boring. Like I said, a lot of them involve flying like the Millennium Falcon, and you get to fight a lot of other iconic ships, or structures or battles from the movie or from the movies. They just aren't fun. They just aren't fun because they're stupid and they don't, and just graphically not great, and they're just not great at all. And they just, the levels just get really repetitive. They get really boring, and there isn't there's a decent amount of content, I guess. I mean, there's bonus levels and you can play the movies and stuff like that. So one thing this game is not short of is for sure not short of content. However, it's just, none of it is just super engaging, and that's the problem, is that you get through the first part of the game and you're getting through most of the game, and it's just, you don't feel like you want to play more. And that's just a death sentence for a game, is when you don't want to play anymore. Because why would you ever go back, you know? And finally, and it's another short one, there's just not a lot to this game that's worth really talking about, but here's one. A password system. In what, 2002? I mean, it's again a GBA, but passwords. we were getting good save data with the Super Nintendo even. And yet you want to have passwords and save data with a GBA? Seriously, it's just another cheap thing with this game that just really makes me not like it that much. And the thing I'm thinking about not being very engaging is that it's especially not engaging for non-Star Wars fans like me. Even if I was a Star Wars fan, though, I probably wouldn't be very engaged with the game. I probably wouldn't. It's just... It was set up to fail, and fail it did. It's just not fun. Really at all. And so... And that's really all I gotta say. And I kind of feel bad for it in that front, too. That it just never was really given the chance to succeed. So... But that's really all I got to say for Star Wars Flight of the Falcon. My final score, probably a good 4 out of 10. This is not a great game at all. And very few games I would never recommend playing, but this one is one of them. Unless you just are a sucker for punishment. Do not play this game. Anyway, that's what I'm gonna. That's it for this review, though. If you've ever played this game, I'd love to know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And that's going to do it for this video, so stay tuned for much more amazing content, including more game reviews and other awesome stuff. I promise there's more good games on the list that I can do reviews for. I know it's been a little bit of a string of bad ones here and there, though. I try and get the good ones in too. So until next time, see you guys later. Goodbye.